Good morning. Today is Monday the 29th of June, and today's Moravian text is taken from Luke chapter 6, verses 1 to 11. The passage reminds me a bit of a football match. Pride City versus Humility United. Pride City have got the Pharisees and the hypocrites and the humbugs. The star players include Holy and Thou, Smug, Know-it-all, and What About Me? Well, Humility United side, you've got Mitchell Meek and Mike Mature and John Lowe and the star player Jesus of Nazareth. Today's passage is about the Sabbath and how the Pharisees and Jesus and his disciples respond to it. Now, the Pharisees were now known as being a very proud and arrogant people. And there's nothing wrong with pride. There's nothing wrong with being proud of your family or your children, your achievements, your country. But pride that belittles people and that makes yourself superior to others, there's no place for that in the Bible or in God's family. In the first 5 verses of Luke, the disciples and Jesus walking through a field and they pick some corn and eat it, which was unlawful. In the Jewish tradition, there are 39 categories of activities that are forbidden to do on the Sabbath. I mean, even to this day, Jews aren't allowed to cook or to, drive a car on the Sabbath. So what Jesus and the disciples were doing was seen as unlawful in the eyes of the Pharisees and in the eyes of their rules and regulations. Now, rules and regulations are important, but the Pharisees, they made rules and regulations their idols. They forgot that the Sabbath was all about Jesus, and that Jesus, as it says in verse 5, Jesus is a Lord of the Sabbath. The Sabbath is not a Lord unto itself. The Sabbath was not supposed to be worshipped, but Jesus was supposed to be worshipped. And I think what Jesus does, he knew what the Pharisees were thinking. He knew that they were concerned about keeping rules and regulations. But true religion isn't about legalism or following rules and regulations. True religion is about humility. And Jesus, the servant king, came to teach us humility. True religion focuses on Jesus as the Lord of the Sabbath and every day. Jesus never dig at the Pharisees. He knows the Sabbath is supposed to be a day of rest, but the Pharisees have made the Sabbath a day of working hard to keep that rest, which goes totally against what the Sabbath was supposed to be about. In the second part of Luke 6, Jesus is in the temple teaching, and there's a man who has a shriveled hand, and Jesus wants to heal this man. Is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath? Now, according to the Pharisees, you could heal someone on the Sabbath if their life was at risk, if they were going to die. But if it was a minor illness, or even if it was a disability, then that was seen as unlawful. But Jesus hits back at the Pharisees. He says, is it lawful to do good on the Sabbath? Since he's the Lord of the Sabbath, he knows what the Sabbath was meant for and made for. Is it lawful to do good? Of course it is. So Jesus heals the man with the shriveled arm, and the Pharisees look for a way to get back at him. When we look at the definition of the very word Pharisee in the dictionary, it talks of a group of people who are distinguished by having a pretension to superior sanctity, self-righteous and hypocritical. It's easy to judge the Pharisees and think, let's look at them. But maybe sometimes we've got a bit of the Pharisee in all of us. Have we ever had any self-righteous thoughts of, has it ever crossed our mind to think along the lines of, if he or she knew the Bible as well as I did, their life would be better, or I follow the rules? or I'm simply not comfortable with people from my church. I'm simply more comfortable with people from my church than I am with people who don't go to church. Arrogance is not and never has been a Christian virtue that we should follow or extol. I want to end with a little passage that I read from a book I've been reading. The enemy wants to lure the church out of its place of power, which is on its knees, a clear sign of humility. And the Pharisees weren't like that. That we are called as the church and the people to humility. The enemy wants to lure the church out of its place of power, which is on its knees. The church must go low in faith, intimacy, and embrace humility. The Lord is inviting us to walk with him. Going low is the place of encountering God. It's also the place of power.